Hello, good day everyone. For our first laboratory experiment, we were tasked to do Model 6. First, we wore PPE and sanitized our hands to ensure cleanliness and safety. This is our first laboratory activity, so we are very excited and prepared for everything. For our experiment entitled Salty Alcohol and Biological Samples, we used the materials plastic syringe, glass, measuring cup, mortar and pestle, 70% ethyl alcohol, knife, chopping board, toothpick, timer, strainer, salt, dishwashing liquid, and pineapple juice. The biological sample, which is the fresh chicken blood, and for the plant material, garlic, dragon fruit, mango, and cabbage. For the first plant sample, which is garlic, Crystal chopped the garlic and transferred it to the mortar to be finely ground by the pestle. She scooped a teaspoon of the sample and put it in a glass. And then she added 1 teaspoon of salt. On a separate glass, she poured 250 ml of water and then put it in 5 teaspoons of dishwashing liquid, and she stirs it gently. On the glass that contains the mixture of the garlic and salt, she put 2 teaspoons of the blended water and dishwashing liquid, and she stirs it thoroughly. After that, she filtered the liquid part using a strainer. With the use of a syringe, she added 2 drops of fresh pineapple juice to the mixture. Here is the sample after 1 minute. There are no visible changes. After 30 minutes, there are white spots that formed. And after 2 hours, as you can see, more spots formed. For the second plant sample, Neri used a dragon fruit. He started by pounding the dragon fruit using a mortar and pestle and added a quarter cup of warm water and continued to ground it gently until it smoothens. And then he added a teaspoon of salt and stirred it. He also jots down notes about his observations on what is happening to the mixture. On a separate container, he added 250 ml of water and 5 teaspoons of dishwashing liquid and mixed it. Nero then added 1 tablespoon of the combined water and dishwashing liquid to the container that contains the dragon fruit and salt mixture. He then again mixed it evenly after that. He sifted the liquid portion of the mixture using a strainer and added 2 drops of pineapple juice to the plant mixture. Blend it gently and lastly added another tablespoon of warm water before starting the timer. Here is a sample after 1 minute. A whitish substance began to form on top of the solution. After 30 minutes, the whitish substance became more visible and has started to clump together. And upon inspection using a toothpick, its texture is comparable to slime. And after 2 hours, the whitish substance started to disappear and now is barely visible. The third plant sample is mango. Wow, it looks so delicious. Kyla started the procedure by slicing the mango, added a teaspoon of it on the mortar and pestle, and ground it until it smoothens like a puree. After that, she added a 1/4 cup of warm water. She transferred it to clear glass, added a teaspoon of salt, swirled the mixture for a split second. On a separate container with 250 ml of water, she pumped 5 teaspoons of dishwashing liquid and added a 2 teaspoons combination of it on the glass that contains the mango and salt mixture. Gives it a good mix. Before filtering the liquid portion, she mashed the pineapples using a fork to obtain its juices. Added 2 drops of it to the sample mixture, stirs it gently, and for the final procedure, added 2 teaspoons of 70% ethyl alcohol and stirs the sample. Here is the mango sample after 1 minute. There are no noticeable changes occurred in the solution. 30 minutes passed, bubbles and cloudy particles were moving in the solution, a clear indication of DNA pieces clumping together. 2 hours passed, the solution became clearer, making the particles formed at the top more visible. For the last plant sample, a cabbage. Hannah thinly sliced the cabbage, transferred it to this cute little bowl, and grabbed her mortar and pestle. Got a teaspoon of cabbage, smashed it eagerly, and then added a teaspoon of salt and stirred it. On a separate glass, she added 250 ml of water and 5 teaspoons of dishwashing liquid and mixed it evenly. After that, she added 2 teaspoons of the combined water and dishwashing liquid to the container of the cabbage and salt mixture and blended it. The following Hannah did is to separate the liquid portion of the mixture using a filter, and then added 2 drops of pineapple juice, and then added 2 teaspoons of 70% ethyl alcohol to the mix. Here is the sample after 1 minute, 30 minutes, and 2 hours. And this is what Hannah observed during those times. After 1 minute, noticeable bubbles are moving in the solution using cabbage extract. After 30 minutes, no drastic changes are being observed in the solution. After 2 hours, adhesion of white particles, which she believed are DNA components, became visible and more evident. I started the biological sample experiment by putting a teaspoon of fresh chicken blood on a glass and then added a teaspoon of salt, and I mixed it thoroughly. On a separate container, I added 250 ml of water and 5 teaspoons of dishwashing liquid, and I blend it evenly. transferred 2 teaspoons of the blended water and dishwashing liquid to the chicken blood and salt sample and blend it. After that, I strained the liquid part of the solution using a strainer. The next step I did is to mash the pineapple to obtain its extract. And then I added 2 drops of pineapple juice to the filtered chicken blood mixture and gave it a gentle stir. Lastly, I added 2 teaspoons of 70% ethyl alcohol to the solution and stirs it. These are the changes I observed after 1 minute. There are whitish substance that formed, and after 30 minutes, the whitish substance became more visible and they started to clump together. After 2 hours, the whitish substance forms a pentagon-like shape, and when I give it a little swirl, there is a gel-like substance that stays on the bottom of the glass. We had fun during the experiment. Thank you for our professors, Mom Chen and Mom Ikay, for giving us the opportunity. Thank you guys for watching. Until the next experiment, Godspeed.